Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Wherever you are watching, welcome to Kahawa na Gowi. This is your podcast where you will interact with Gowi Marco Dinge. That is my name. And you'll be interacting with me. And here we have questions that you'd want to ask in church, but really you can't ask them in church.
Yeah, unless of course.
Yeah. I mean, when you are asking a question in church, you know, like when the pastor is preaching, you know, I don't know if you've ever seen somebody raise your hand up and all that.
Excuse me.
This is the place where you can do that, raise those and ask those questions.
Ungovernable congregants.
Absolutely. Asking questions that really you don't necessarily want. Actually, questions Christians don't like being asked.
Yeah.
This is where we're going to be having them. All right. And with me are my co-pilots with Kahawa na Gowi, the gorgeous, beautiful Harriet Dodea.
Hi, everybody. So good to be here.
Yes, and the talent.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right.
Our
The
resident
talent,
artist.
our resident artist. All right.
I love
Wamwere
it. I love it.
Kimasha.
Yes.
All right. Wamwere Kimasha.
WK.
And if you're just stumbling on us for the very first time, I'm trying to get used to this. Okay, please check us previous episodes on this or previous podcasts rather, and you could even start liking us and subscribe. You know, just subscribe there. Even the notification button, it will let you know when another of these podcasts are put up. Can catch us on any of your favorite podcast platforms and also on YouTube. So, guys, welcome to Kahawa na Gowi. I hope you are all now done that. Today, guys, I want us to talk about the rat race. Okay?
Yeah.
Now,
Not that you're calling us rats.
Jijazie.
If the shoe fits.
Oh yeah! Shout outs to our team behind there. Yes. Our
Live
sound
audience.
engineer
/ audio
producer Manasseh. What's up? All right. Our producer and director right there.
JB.
JB.
What was your
Very Liz.
Wale wa serikali. They are
Government.
They are now in government. Serikali. JB. And our boss, super executive producer rather, Waboy
Wambo. Bobo.
Strada.
Yes, Waboy Strada. All right, back here. We're talking about the rat race. Now, I think it was Giuliani or I think it was Riga who said this, right? Aini rat race, hakuna mshindi, kila mtu. No, mshindi wa rat race bado ni
Nipanya.
Sindio, eh?
It's a Giuliani song.
Is it Giuliani? Eh?
It's a Giuliani song.
I
know this song.
Anyway,
Giuliani.
right. For those who are not Swahili
It's a Giuliani
speakers,
song. Yes, I've remembered.
Yes,
It's a Giuliani song.
Trying to figure out when, if you know that song, just say
Yeah, I can even hear it. Yes.
no. It is actually Riga.
No.
No. Anyway,
It's one of those. It's a Kenyan artist.
do you know what? Help us, guys. Help us.
It's
Comment right there who it was.
Vote.
But
Vote.
maybe they
Me, I'm
both.
saying Giuliani.
Maybe they both
Or they
had
used
it
the
on
line.
used the line. Yeah, one copied the other. They just said, let's angusha this and confuse
The
Gowi and Wamwere.
Yeah.
But here's my thing, yeah. This rat race, and I think the rat race for me is can be summarized this way.
yeah.
We are all picked up a pace in life that we have. We are, I mean, right now that here in Kenya we've won the election, guys saying we're now about the hustle, man. We're now about the hustle. We're the hustler nation, all right? And we're going to do this. And there's a certain pace that we're getting, all right? Which I want to suggest to you, Harriet and Wamwere, this is not a healthy one.
Well,
I mean,
In fact, it actually might be detrimental to us. I'm not saying we don't work hard, but there's a certain race that we seem to be on,
Yeah.
all right? That I don't know, it's like I want to get ahead. But I don't think it's healthy, all right?
Yeah.
And And I think, guys, I think, right here, we don't have monopoly of ideas. Around here, you guys, that this rat race thing is going to be the undoing for many of us, especially professionals when they reach my age.
Remind us again your age.
I am 51 now. 51. I celebrated my birthday. I'm 51 now.
Damn.
So by the time you reach my age,
Tutakuwa tumechoka.
no, you'll be tired. You'll be tired. You'll be old, grey, and haggard.
But Uncle Gowi, like, what's the alternative? At least for us.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're presenting.
This
So you're saying I don't race.
No, race.
However.
keep jogging.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I've told this in a sermon one time. I gave an analogy that when I was in the best high school in this world,
Yeah, we
the
go
Nairobi
again.
school, okay?
Not
Get
alliance.
used to it. The Nairobi school, all right? Apache, yeah? All right, yes.
Moving on.
Yes. It was compulsory to run cross country in Form 1. And if you can, like, penya out in Form 2. But Form 1, Form 2, we always had to run cross country. But here's the thing. I had a bad attitude to it. And I decided, you know what? One of these days, I'm going to change my attitude about cross country. 12 kilometers. What's 12 kilometers?
Very
Let me
short.
go. So we went out, and we started this cross country race. And this cross country race, you guys, it was to die for. But let me tell you, the first maybe kilometer or so, I was ahead, man. Kilometer and a half, 2 kilometers. I was the guy up front there. You know the way.
Unaenda tu, na maintain tempo.
maintain.
And then
Somewhere around kilometer 3.5, 4.
Your body.
The back, the guys who are behind me, you could start
started.
hearing their footsteps. But by around kilometer 6, they were ahead of me. The next time I saw them was during preps. Usiku
Walimaliza.
walimaliza,
Washaoga.
walisha, they ate. I was getting to school late at night. Because, in fact, I literally would sit down just to go. But this is what I'm saying. I didn't pace myself. All right?
yeah.
And so we just need to be able to learn how to pace ourselves. And it's like we don't see people running. I mean, you see professional elite runners.
Yeah.
To us, they are sprinting, right? Those long distance runners. Yeah?
Yeah.
To us, they're sprinting. But they have a certain pace. But you see it when they reach towards the end of the race, they even up their tempo.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're going this same way, Kimasha, and to you, Harriet, this way, to say you know that you're going to die at the age 80, do you think in this pace you can actually increase your pace? Like Caleb in the book of Joshua, or is it Caleb? Caleb or Caleb? Okay.
You're the one who can tell us the
So,
truth about what to pronounce that.
Here's a guy who says, I am still strong. I can fight another battle. This is after 40 years of fighting. Okay? I can still fight. At 80, he's saying,
Yeah,
I
he
can
was
fight another battle. I bet you many of us cannot be able to say that because we have expended ourselves completely. It's a certain pace that we need to be able to be having. That's my thesis. My thesis for you guys. Chambua, discuss 25 marks. What y'all think? As I sip my...
As a young man,
A young man.
I don't completely agree with you.
Okay.
Because me, I think I can maintain this pace.
You think you can maintain? And you're not just saying this for arguing sake.
No. Because I believe I have the tact.
The know-how.
I know people are laughing in this room, but I believe I have the
No,
tact.
you should just see Bobo
To
as
add-
this
go like-
face. Yes. Yeah.
No, but it's true. I don't think. I think when you're accustomed to a certain pace,
Yeah.
and by your example, I'm going by your example
Yeah.
of running.
Yeah.
Because me,
Yeah.
I'm a runner. I was going to say I'm a
Athlete.
racist because I race, but no, I'm a runner. and I understand that, and I feel like just because we're born in this time and in this day and age, this is our pace. Me naweza maintain.
So, give me an example of a slow town and city here in Kenya. Give me a slow
Mombasa.
Gonna say Mombasa.
Yeah.
compared to
Nairobi.
Nairobi, where you guys have been the majority of your life.
Aratresi.
Okay, so you go to.
Where
in fact,
we're
let me
at.
just leave Mombasa.
Yeah.
Go to Kilifi.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, or Malindi, yeah.
Or
actually,
Malindi.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
right by the coast.
Yeah.
Nice
North
sandy
coast,
beach.
yes.
Nice sandy beaches. Some places don't have. It's the reef, but you're by the ocean.
Yeah,
It
but
doesn't
as
matter.
long as there's a large water mass.
And I know work stops like at midday because it just gets too hot and resumes at 5 in the evening.
Hey, does it even start? It starts at 11, ends by midday.
Siesta starts at 11. Yes.
People
but compare that to that. Do you think their quality of life is much richer than yours?
I don't think so.
I also don't think so.
Why? Because they're just
I
chilled
have
out.
more.
You have more to do.
Yes.
Harriet, you've been quiet.
I live a longer life.
A fuller life. It feels like a.
Okay, why do you think they who have a much slower pace of life that you have a much fuller life than theirs?
So now, I
At
think
least using
this conversation is convicting me because Mungu amekuwa akinichapa viboko about
Okay.
the exact same thing personally. So maybe I'm those babes for, if it can be done,
Let it be done.
let it be done.
It has to be done.
It can be done, and not tomorrow.
Right
Let's do it
now.
right now. Why are we postponing if you can do it today? And so, and I'm like, I want to succeed. There's so, I think this is the thing with social media. There are so many people doing great things, and if you look and you see that they are achievable, you also want to get into the game of it. So, I think some time back, same this year, I was running at a pace that was not healthy. I didn't think it wasn't healthy, but God kept giving me warnings about it.
Okay.
Kept speaking to me about cadence. Mimi nilikuwa nasikia. Of course I heard him, but I pretended like I didn't hear. You know, when
Okay.
you want to.
What
like,
was unhealthy about that pace?
I
What do you
think
think was unhealthy
specifically it was the job environment.
Okay.
Was not accommodating all these other aspects about myself, my spirituality, all these things that would inform, like make up a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
Which I think you're gonna hint at later in the.
You think so?
Yes, I feel like you're gonna touch on it because my question for you is:
Yeah.
at your age now,
Yeah.
what are things that you would have implemented at 30
Yes.
or 31 that would have made your pace a bit more consistent?
He has been alluding to the fact that he can actually maintain the pace that he has.
Yeah.
I think what he's trying to allude here, correct me if I'm wrong, is he can build a stamina.
Yes.
He can build some stamina around this pace.
Yes.
That's what you are alluding to, right?
Yes.
Just like, just like any of these elite runners, they have some stamina
Yeah.
about how they're going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
So for you are saying there was something unhealthy about
Yes.
yours.
Yes.
And what were the signs for that unhealthy thing?
So for sure, I was doing a lot of other good, healthy things, but ni kama tu when you have a pot of a sack of potatoes. If one is rotten, sure enough, it's gonna affect the entire.
Give me
batch.
some of those signs that you saw. That some, like if we could have a sneak peek into your
This
life.
one was
what
not
are
even
some-
a sneak peek. This one was
We could see
slap
it.
on my face.
So what could we see?
So I was feeling a bit anxious.
Okay.
So remember, God is telling me to leave this toxic work environment. Ninajifanya siski, but now it was starting to affect my body. And imagine Pastor Gowi, at 31, no babies, no husband, nothing, no family to stress about. I was diagnosed with high blood pressure. Like that was, it's like,
Masha, unaona.
You know now that Harriet has said that.
have you been feeling anxious lately?
The other day. Actually, yeah, you know, this is what the doctor said.
Mr. Stamina.
Kwanza Izuko, yeah, I know, right? Why are you slapping me right now?
Sorry.
It's like, hi, this is high blood pressure. And then he didn't even ask me for my age. He just looked at my file. Akatan, for a young man who was 32, you shouldn't be having this high blood pressure. So no, but it makes sense. You know, the economy, Nini, it's stress. And I was like,
So he gave you an out for an excuse. The doctor gave you an out.
He sort of he made it make sense at that point.
Okay.
Because I myself did not know that
What?
Nico stressed.
Yeah.
Kumbe.
Uko
In
stressed.
fact, when I was nikipima hiyo that thing, the high blood pressure thing, the lady, I think because first my face is such a throw off.
Yeah.
It's like no. This,
You smiling,
this is a
smiling.
this is a young
Baby
person.
face.
Haiwezi kuwa. She had to retry it again.
Yes.
So just to be sure, like I know.
Kama iko broken.
Ndo akaandika, I was like, hey, okay.
So you see, my point here is right. What kind of stamina can you build to maintain that? Because I kid you not, Harriet, I can call this guy at 2 a.m. He'll pick up the phone.
The stamina. What are you doing at
Okay,
2?
I can call him at 2 o'clock.
Mini artist.
Mini artist.
Mini artist.
Okay,
Oh,
I
you know,
can
we
call him
don't-
at
They're
2 o'clock.
creative.
Okay, I can call him at 2 o'clock, and he'll pick it up. You know those days when you haven't, when you can't sleep,
Having
and all
partial
that.
insomnia.
And then you're like, I don't want to wake up the missus, so you go to another room, you watch, and then when you're bored, you can't watch. You umemaliza maombi, everything. Okay,
Na bado ulali.
yeah. Then you just go on your phone and do,
Yeah.
and you see
A green dot.
you know,
Active.
yeah, active.
It's online.
This guy is online, man. and I think there are many like Kimasha and
Yeah.
you who are it's not even formal. It's you just want to get ahead, get things done, so to speak. But there's some which is formal, but you want to get things done.
Yeah.
What you don't understand is there is no off button for you. And I don't think it's healthy. As you've said, it's not healthy for you physically.
Yeah.
For you, there were signs. How did that, let me ask you, how did that affect your productivity?
Oh,
At
it
work.
was terrible. Yeah, because you see now when you're feeling off, you're not okay. You don't know why you're not okay. Because at that time, I was very, well, if you follow me on social media, you'll see I'm very particular about following a healthy lifestyle. I like trying to
Talk
work
about
out.
diets,
I know.
this thing, work out, all
Eat
that.
a
I'm
raw
like,
meal every day, a smoothie at least. Do that and drink your water, please. So I was into that. I still am.
yeah.
So even the doctors, thank you, Dr. Marube, like people were shocked because they were looking at my vitals. Things were perfect. Like they were near perfect. Like we can see your blood work equal, like everything is okay. But the blood pressure was like, what's up?
This, if we were to have internal medicine practitioners here,
Yeah.
they will tell you there are many of you people they are seeing more and more
Yeah.
in their office. There is nothing else.
Yeah.
The only symptom
The
is
only
stress.
is stress and
Yeah.
high blood pressure,
Yeah.
migraines,
Headaches, yeah.
migraine
Insomnia.
headaches, insomnia. You have loss of weight, okay, and this is abnormal loss of weight,
Yeah.
okay, but you're not sick. It's like I was 82 kgs today, now I am 70. But this is over 6-7 months. And like, what?
And see, I'm not that even.
You're not
working out.
exercising or
Yeah.
working out.
You're just
yes, dude,
losing
are you
stuff.
okay, man? Are you all right?
My mom is also seeing
your
my
mom is-
bones.
yeah. You go and visit your mom.
Unakula.
That's the first question.
Concerned face.
That's
Yeah.
the first
You enter the
question
room.
your parents ask you, your mom asks you, unakula. But that's what I'm trying to be able to say. It's a pace that you have. And look. It even shows up. It even
The
shows
rat
up
race.
in the quality of relationships you have.
Yes.
I bet you, both of you,
The quality of relationships you have or don't have.
that's my point.
Kimacha.
All right? So, and Kimasha, yes.
Umemaliza chai.
Is there enough or do you need a refill? You need a refill. But even the quality of the relationships you have or are non-existent is because of that pace of life that you have.
Yes.
All right? Of course, guys, you have to make the paper, all right? Bills to pay and stuff like that. But at what expense with this pace that you have? I kid you not. I mean, how many times have you visited your parents? How many times have you had your quality time with your parents? Okay? Or are your best friends your workmates? when your best friends are your workmates, that is just
Kuna
sad.
shida.
Red flags.
That is sad. That is really sad. If your best friends are your workmates, unless there's something of value outside work that do. But that is how most of you are. Your best pals are your workmates.
And that's probably even harder if you're an entrepreneur.
Once again, this rat race, you will win. But as Giuliani or Riga says, bado wewe ni
Panya.
panya. Yo, rats. What's up, rats?
Yeah.
Yeah. What,
This episode is a full slap on every part of me. Because
all right, let me ask you, what are you
Yeah.
feeling? I'm sensing some conviction here. What is it about this conviction?
Where are the
Yes.
snaps landing?
Where are the snaps landing?
no, so you see, first of all, it's a lot of work to just get to that. You call it stamina.
To build
Yes,
up.
to
yeah.
build
Build
the
it,
stamina.
yes,
Yes,
to build it up.
Yes.
So you're saying I should slow it down, and
Yes.
I've taken all this effort to build it up.
I'm suggesting you slow it down. You slow down.
Why?
Okay. Because
Other
it's
than
important.
because I can see its fruits. Yes.
But what are those fruit?
Yeah.
What's the fruit?
One of which is
Give
high
me.
blood pressure.
Okay.
I mean that's just one
Okay.
minor thing.
Those are few scars, right? It's part of the deal. You have to have your,
I mean,
you have
you
your
have to-
stripes.
Let us-
it's a package deal. You can't just want one thing and that's it.
Okay. So I bet you one of the fruits of that stamina is you're getting money. You're getting paid.
I'm making bank.
You're making bank. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
You are those guys who go to you. I mean, because you drive your own car, right? You go to the you go to the petrol station.
Unamwambia V-Power.
In fact,
What is
nowadays
economy?
It's not even that. You're the one who says Jazza,
Yes.
and the petrol attendant says
Anashtuka, you know.
Anashtuka, yes.
Aya.
Aya. And
Kijana
you don't
mdogo.
Young man like
Hajaziwa tongue.
hajazoea. Anasema mi nimezoea watu wa V8. Watu wa V8 ndo nakuja wakiongea na hiyo.
So there are the benefits of it, and maybe those were some of your incentives. Were those your incentives? I'm presuming.
No, it's a good presumption because it's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get the money, then
And then you have
I have my comfortable
disposable income to enjoy life,
Yeah.
to have more stamina for the rat race
Yes.
over the weekend.
Yes, I can work.
so
Naweza enda
so
gym.
what if you have you're in the creative industries, the same with you, but you're around the digital marketing area. So what if you got this client who gave you a big break, okay? But you had 5-6 clients like them who are 7-8 figure clients,
Yeah.
okay?
Amen.
Amen. You are speaking to me.
Flesh and blood
You're
did
not
not
helping, you're not
reveal
helping,
that
you're
to
not
you.
helping, you're not helping.
If you are there, if you're
Okay.
out
You're
there.
gonna say we don't want those ones. We want them.
When is it going to be enough?
Wait.
When is it going to be enough? Because
Never.
What are you talking about?
Enough, no.
Omweri, the talent, okay,
Yeah.
artist here.
What are you
okay?
talking about?
You're going to do this and you have to deliver because you said yes. Okay?
Yeah.
So you have to deliver. You want to minimize your costs. So you don't want to hire as many people, but you want to get many efficient people around you to be able to deliver
Yeah.
so that you can maximize on the profits
On the
that
profits,
you have, right?
Yeah.
So you have a pace of life, Harriet.
Yes.
And then the people you hire or the people you come
We'll
to
get
do
into
that
pace.
also take on your pace.
You know what? I know that you said it like that. I think I was taking on the pace of my bosses. Because at some point as I was reevaluating and analyzing why I was at that pace,
Yeah.
it was transferred stress.
Yes.
I'm like, I shouldn't be stressed like this. Hii stress yote inatoka juu. Yeah.
But people just need to level up. Ama? I mean,
But
if
at
I am
what
the
cost?
standard,
Huyu ni kaburu.
At what cost?
if I am the standard, this is not something great.
I'm not saying you don't work, okay? But there's a place where you need to be able. I think, yeah.
You're
There's
saying-
that. It's not even about stamina because there are people who have excellent work
Yeah.
ethic.
Yeah.
I tell you, my wife is another person like that. I mean,
Hey,
if,
yes.
if I worked for
That
my
one.
wife,
Jennifer.
she would fire me.
You would be fired. It's true.
Okay,
Hey,
so she
that's-
has a
yeah.
very excellent work ethic.
That's true.
All
That's
right,
true. That's
but
true.
here's the problem with people like that. They don't have
An off
an
button.
off button.
But do they need an off button though?
Exactly. I'm not saying why it is
A bad
You're
thing.
not showing me. I just, you
Okay,
know.
here's what I'm saying. This is why I'm saying you need an off button. This rat race continues to inform you, and the incentives of the rat race is money. When you get the money, there could also be greater appreciation or celebration from your peers,
Yeah.
your colleagues.
Respect.
All right, respect. Okay.
Kaheshima.
What else is something that you'll be able to get? Fulfillment and satisfaction that you've done. You've done that.
Yeah.
Okay. But look at the other side of it. I said the quality of our relationships begin to start experiencing the stress.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
I hear what you're saying, Pastor Gowi, but I feel like, and I've heard you say this before, you probably even said it on the last podcast episode, that it would be a shame to be climbing a mountain only to find that you've been scaling
The wrong
mountain.
Yes.
And I feel like what you're saying right now, okay, what I'm getting convicted, penye slap zinaanguka is,
Oh,
There's-
this violence on this
there's
table.
I
so
know.
much. And
Why?
so there's money, which is not necessarily a bad thing. There's the respect, all these things.
Money is not a bad
not
thing.
nec-
In fact,
it is never.
to
A
you
bad
who are
thing.
watching here and saying, no. Either make the money.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah.
All right, yes.
So money, which I think for me and maybe for you, Kimasha, as well, what I am realizing as you're talking is, I think I don't yet fully appreciate the need or have the, you see, family is if I had a family, I think that would also be another block that would make me choose a
Alright.
better pace.
But here's the thing I'm trying to say. If we're where I'm driving at this, okay?
Yeah.
This pace, okay, ends up wearing you down.
But because we are young, so we can be able to
Yes.
Withstand it.
Yeah.
So
we
there are
should
some
be
things
able.
you need to be able to have. Okay? If you look at the career of Eliud Kipchoge, he's different from what others have. And let me explain to you. He has a longer long distance running career. Simply because he was pacing himself. In his first place, he was running track, and then he went to cross country, and then he went to marathons. But he doesn't run marathons every year.
He could.
He could, but he doesn't run marathons every year.
Yeah.
Okay? Or if he does, he only does one marathon or at most two marathons. Okay?
And they're split like at
And
the
they're
end
split
of the,
at
like
so
January.
there's the I think it's a February April season,
Yeah.
and then there's a September November season.
one,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. So and then he chooses which ones to do, which is grueling, which is the flat one, which is challenging, and all that.
Yeah.
And then maybe kama kuna ka school fees, goes and he wins another one, you know, a easy one. But here's the thing I'd like to. I wish I could do that.
I know,
I say I'm broke. Let me run a marathon.
Sure bet. Sure bet. tunajua tu.
Yes.
Nikimbia bank.
But he's paced himself, and so in his there's a longevity, and I think that's what we need to be able to do. Do you want to win the race?
Or the sprint.
Okay. Do you want to win the race, or do you want to win the sprint in itself? And consider your life as a relay. Okay. Consider your life as a relay,
Where I hand the
where you
baton.
hand the baton to another Wamwiri.
Another me, yeah.
Okay, so when you're handing over that Wamwiri, what have you done in this place to be able to make this Wamwiri reach the next season of your life where you'll hand it over?
Okay, so what you're saying is it's not bad to have a certain pace.
No, but it's a place you have. And let me put it this way: factor in the things that are important. You had I see
Yeah.
you have a question.
Just go on.
Factor in those things that are most important to you. What you're calling establish your non-negotiables now, guys. Because by the time you reach my age, those things, if you don't factor them, will be secondary. All right? One of the
Such
things
as?
I want
For
you
example?
to negate, sleep. Factor in sleep.
Sleep.
Yes. At least 7 hours of sleep.
At this
Factor
my
that-
young age.
Yes. At least factor in 7 hours
And
of sleep.
events.
Factor in 7 hours of sleep. And discipline yourselves around doing that.
Why?
Because it reduces the stress at our age. Many of us are stressed because we're not sleeping. And it's not we can't sleeping because there are other stresses in life that you have. Okay? Which are going to be there. Aging parents, school fees, and that is no longer school. It's now high school, it's college fees, and those
And it
things
becomes
don't
more
go
expensive.
It becomes more expensive
Yeah.
to raise children because of that. And then there's African tax. Okay?
Yes.
Mara Akarela here
Black
and all
tax.
that. You know all that, yeah?
Fundraiser. No, you where's
Fundraisers.
unaitwa fundraisers?
fundraisers.
Chairman.
They
Napoa
say you
kadi.
come here. So there are other demands on that. And then, of course,
Yeah.
there's retirement. It's not that
That you have
far
to-
that you need to be able to work. And those are things that contribute to your stress. If you're not a disciplined sleeper now, it's going to be harder then. I'm trying to answer your question. What should I have been telling myself
you-
on that one? Okay. Here's another one you need to be able to do. And I hope we have time to before we finish. Here's another one. And this one we need to be able to do it. She alluded to it. Is eat healthy. Yes. Eat
Tell
healthy.
us.
Sasa unasema niache mapizza na mabaga.
No, you can have that. You can say, and I think, and I'm saying, I look back and I say, I thank God that I had an athletic background.
Yeah.
All right, because that's what disciplined me. All right,
Yeah.
I played rugby, I ran track, so that helped me all until my when I was entering my not so early 30s. So by the time I
not so
stopped,
early.
there was just a discipline of what I should eat. Okay, that if I look on my plate,
Yeah.
I just need to be able to see there has to be lots of green.
Yeah.
Okay, there has to be,
Yeah.
there has to be a balance in itself. Now there were seasons where I like, gained too much weight because I was-
Ulichafua.
Nilichafua, yes. But I paid the price about it. Okay, but here's the thing: just eat, and then here's the third one.
Yeah.
Then we go to the substance of it. Discipline yourself around making time for the people who matter most. If
Yes.
you're not building those relationships now and investing in them now, don't think they are going to be there 20 years from now, Kimasha. Harriet.
Social capital.
Okay? So invest in them. Do you think you want to because you will have your trophies.
Yeah.
All right? You'll have your trophies. You'll have your cheddar. You'll have your house on the hill. You'll have
Which I
that.
can give those people who
Yes, but they're there because
willingly.
because you have the money. Not because of your capacity to
love.
to not even love, just to engineer okay, any relational currency. You don't have, because I mean, once the money goes, it goes. And let me give you an example.
Yeah.
There are some people I know, even some friends of mine, who are politicians, okay? And they did not win in this election.
Hey.
And I can tell you, their phone is silent,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
all right? Because people were going to them because they were muheshimiwa. But now that they are not waheshimiwa,
It's over.
exactly. So you'll get your cheddar,
But it's
and people will know you because of your cheddar, what they can get from you. So you don't have relational capital, it's what you have. But here's the biggest thing, guys.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that pace is going to be healthy for you to have a relationship with God.
But he's the one blessing me.
A relationship with God. Because
But isn't my job worship?
here's what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to figure out how you guys, your lives are. All right?
Yeah.
No, you're just, I'm sure you're
So
questioning so many
you wake up around 5:30, 6 if you commute to work. You who works out of your house. I don't know even if you leave your house, to get here, you're like, wow, traffic. you leave the house in the afternoon, eh? But your general peer.
Yeah.
There's the commute to work. So they're up 6 latest, do that.
Yeah.
And they go to work. Okay?
Yeah.
And they're going, there's another pace that they have. It's busy. They don't necessarily even stop for breaks or lunch. If somebody's going for lunch, they say, Ebu,
This delivery.
give me,
Bring me
this, that, or you delivery thing. So they come, you're eating at your desk, you do that. And then before you just leave for your work, your boss tells you, hey, can you have a look at this? You're hoping you want to go to the next level. So you want to please your boss. Instead of telling your boss, I can't because I need to go home. And your boss, I dare say, would say, okay, let's talk about this tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
But you're like, yeah, let's do this. So you're with your boss and he's called in people for an impromptu meeting. You're finished around 7 in the evening.
Yeah.
And you come through the commute, you get home
8:30.
8:30, and you're tired, you don't want to eat.
You don't cook.
You don't want to cook, rather. So you get an unhealthy meal, an easy prepared meal.
Pizza.
Can you
And if you don't have the money for that, ni mkate na mayai. Okay?
Quick.
Mkate na mayai,
Yeah.
you do that. Kaugali, and all that. And then you do that. And then at night, you just to woosa.
Scrolling.
Right? You're just stealing, you're scrolling.
Scrolling on Netflix.
Yeah? You're
Yeah.
watching a movie or all that. You doze off, you do this, and then you go sleep. All right? And when you're in bed, you're wondering, God must say, I forgot to pray for Nani. Their mom is sick in hospital. I didn't go see them. You're feeling guilty about that. So you start praying for Mama Nani. Then you sleep in the middle of the prayer. Then you wake up in the morning.
It sounds
You
so
wake up-
familiar. Like,
Does
who
it
are you
sound
talking about?
You wake up in the morning. You wake up in the morning. You're tired. You're beat.
Yeah.
You want to read your Bible because that is what you. And then you just tell God,
Gotta
You
go.
understand.
gotta go. Hey Lord, all this is. So that's the pace you have, knowing that I'll have more time with God then. By the time you reach my age, if this is the way you'll be able to do it, God will not be a priority in your life. He will be there, but he won't be at the center, the core. Put in the things that are important right there,
Right now.
right now. Because I can tell you there are some of my peers who, even I knew them from CU. Okay? Who have made it in life. But the thing that I want to be able to say about them is their passion and zeal for God.
It's Aiko.
It's not Aiko. It's not the same. These were people who, if you touch them, you'd go, the Spirit of God.
Yeah.
But that zeal is not there. It's gone cold. That's what I'm saying. It has gone cold. They still believe in Jesus Christ. Jesus is still there. But is he Lord?
Over their lives.
Jesus is their friend.
So maybe what you need to be able to have is good rhythms
Yes.
that will help and enable you capture these 3 or 4 things that I've said. The way you guys are looking up.
Hey, episode. Like, ni slaps too, viboko, violence.
Have I described your life?
Yes.
I described your life just by this.
Well, some bits.
Okay.
And this is because, again, as you said, I accepted to be under the discipline of the Lord some time back. And he had me do these things. And me, I was like, no.
So this was your life before
No.
you made a conscious decision.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't a conscious decision.
Okay.
It was those, Holy Spirit asked, I need you to obey here. I couldn't get the sense. Like, why are you asking me to lead a movement or something called Warrior Princess, which literally just centers on all those. So there's reading the word every day, there's drinking water, there's having a healthy diet, and then there's a focus on maybe a gift. The one thing I think I have slacked on, or rather it's not really the season of my life right now, is the social bit.
Okay.
So I feel like that's where I'm gonna go into next. But I see how this has helped me. But to be honest, it has felt like God has slowed me down so that I'm able to invest in myself. So I mean, nilikuwa naona ni kama I'm wasting time because reading the word takes time. Working out takes time. Taking time to actually make a good meal for yourself, patakani 1 meal a day, takes time. So those 3 hours, 4 hours I'm investing on myself daily were costing me social events. Like I'm an extrovert. Now that is a pain point for me. Like
Pole, I can't turn up.
FOMO.
Sana. Like I can't turn up Pole because why? I'm meal prepping.
Yes.
I'm gonna be hosting maybe a live on Bible study for that.
Yeah.
And at first God had me do it alone. Then he invited me to do it with a group of girls for some months. And then he asked me to like do it online.
And I was like, Jesus, really? So nataka tuende nikuaibishe. Why are you asking me to do 100? Mimi ndo natuma na unanijua vizuri. Like why are you asking me to do 100 days of Bible study every day online?
So, you see, I see you wrestling. I see a wrestling.
You can
and this
see.
is- I can see.
We can feel it.
I can see it
I'm
because
Jacob right now.
you're wrestling, and you're wrestling. I let me try and diagnose this wrestling. Is there things that needs to give, but this has been things that you've always been doing.
Basketball.
Heavy
2
sigh.
a.m.
Heavy sigh.
Help me out, because I think you're where many people are
Harsh.
and want to change. Can I tell you where I was? For me, mine was I collapsed in my bathtub.
Oh.
Yes,
Oh,
at 28, 29.
What?
Okay, collapsed. I was taking a shower. The next thing I knew,
You were
I'm
down.
on the ground like this, one leg in the bathtub. I'm all lathered up, all naked. That place is steaming up with water. I mean, with and I couldn't remember how long. I had to get out of the place and ask my housemate, "Dude, how long have I been in the shower?" He's like, been there about 45 minutes, 50 minutes. But you didn't come to check? It's like, he's like, really going? You need to go and check when.
Why would
you're on
I?
the back. But I told him I can't account for maybe 25 minutes.
Damn, what was that
When I
about?
went to the doctor, I had a blood pressure of at least 155.
Hey, bro.
28, 29 years old. So, because I was working myself to death, there was a certain pace that I had in itself. And so, for me, I've learned from that in itself. One other thing is I'm not loyal to my work.
Shikilia.
I'm not loyal to my work. I'm first loyal to me. Because, man, if I die,
That's
okay,
it.
guys will come, say pole to my family. Oh, they cry with me, all that. And I will be replaced. Somebody else will come.
Quick. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and that is a quality of life that I think I really need to be able to do. I need to invest on those things. So I kind of changed. So I slowed down a lot. Okay. So like for you, Harriet, I think you're on a right path, but take social media away from you. Okay, just take social media away from you, so that what happens if it is not the accountability for others come and say, oh, you did that. What is your incentive to do that? My encouragement to you at this time is the incentive is to live a better quality life when you're on the 5th floor. Okay, because you have had a good pace of life. That you have good, healthy relationships because you have built and invested on social capital.
Yeah.
That you have an enriched, fulfilling relationship with the Lord because you have got to know God because you have spent time with Him. That you have a healthy life, you have fewer visits. Nowadays, I have to go for that, annual checkup. But you come out that the conversations with your doctor are much more on how are you, all that, as opposed to your health. When you have those particular things, that improves and increases it betters the quality of life that you have. That's what I'm saying. The rat race we have is not healthy. Maybe we need to think about it.
But what you're saying is it can be won with healthy habits. I think.
No, there's
No?
no winner.
There's no winning it.
There's no
Aye.
winner. You're still a rat. That's what you need to be able to do. Okay? We are all in this life
Yeah.
headed to our own destinies. You'll reach there. You might reach there before me. You might die before I do. okay? But you've lived your purpose in your life, and that's what I want to be able to. That's what I'm trying to communicate with this particular podcast.
Yeah.
Get a healthy pace of life that will allow you to build a healthy relationship with God, a healthy relationship with yourself, and a healthy relationship with the people around you. That in itself matters.
I think we need an episode on building
Relationship.
community.
And community, yeah.
And like in how do you get intentionally to build that?
Because there's a lot of pressure around it.
Yeah.
I can.
And also,
let
not
me
only
even put it
building,
across.
walking away from community that's no longer healthy.
Mine is to just chochea. You guys can continue to
Unatuchocha,
talk about it.
lazima utupe
I
solutions.
gotta stop this right now. We are come to the end of our podcast today. Kahawa na Gowi. What we want to continue to do, guys, here is provoke thinking and ask you to think differently.
Yeah.
You could catch us online, Kahawa na Gowi, on all platforms. You can also check my blog post more about winning the rat race. You can catch Gowi Marco Dinge on Twitter and on Instagram. That's Gowi Odera. Harriet, what is you on social
Harriet
media?
Dodea on all platforms.
Harriet Odera at all platforms.
At Kimashianera.
The Kimashinator.
The Kimashianator.
On Instagram. What about your
Everywhere. Everywhere.
Twitter? The Duke of.
With the
Check you out. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Continue subscribing to this podcast. God bless you guys. We're out.